Hello guys, today I am taking a look at the current diet of Mike Israetel, who is a bodybuilder that has been critiqued for, I guess faking his PhD and saying a bunch of bullshit. And his video is called "My Full Day of Eating at 6% Body Fat." To which I would say that being at 6% body fat is absolutely stupid, because you do need fat for your hormones, and you need fat in order to protect yourself from toxins nowadays. But let's just see what he eats. Maybe it's not that bad. Let's see.
What up, fellas? Full day of eating. I am coming out of my bedroom. It is the morning. A big day of eating.
He looks like a pig. I don't know. He just looks like a pig. It's weird. Maybe it's his body size. Maybe it's all the growth hormone that he's taking. He just looks like a pig. It's weird.
Eating and training ahead. I'm going to show you guys how to do a few things. One is organize your day for eating and how I do it. Two is using the RP Diet Coach to help you. And three is how to live in an apartment in which everything is white. And am I in an insane asylum? Let's find out.
You are, probably. Yes, you are sick, because otherwise you wouldn't be taking any pills. What else is there to say?
I start pretty much every morning out with supplements.
Great.
Creatine, NMN, and CBD.
Most supplements are made with petrochemicals, so they literally use petrol, as in what you get in the gas station, to dissolve whatever they have to make the supplements. So, for example, when they make a vitamin D supplement, they will use petrol to then, I believe it's hexane, to then extract the so-called vitamin D. Yeah, it's not good vitamin D. It's not bioavailable whatsoever, and it's also extremely poisonous for you, because it's literally like, if you were to drink petrol, you would die. So getting something that has been used with petrol is kind of not a good idea, I guess. But basically, any supplement is used with or mixed with petrochemicals at some point
to manage the side effects on the brain from taking special sport supplements. Will not be shown in this video for illegal reasons. And then I have one of these. I make 3 of these at a time, so I get 21 days of supplements. I got all kinds of stuff in here, but fish oils and stuff, blood pressure medications.
Yeah, fish oils don't really help you, because they usually come from unhealthy fish anyways. So yeah, and they are, again, heated, usually pasteurized. All the vitamin D that you would get in them is destroyed anyways. Complete garbage.
Metformin, things like that, enhanced folks use to stay alive slightly longer, to make better gains. So all I do is I take all these supplements in the morning.
Well, I like how self-aware he is, but I don't know. Maybe he kind of gets how much of what kind of a loser he is, essentially, throwing his life away for basically nothing, just being bigger, even though he's always gonna be a loser because he's 5 foot tall. Not that you are necessarily a loser at 5 foot, but yeah, coping your way through being 5 foot with the gym is kind of a loser mentality, I think.
Morning, and then I go and do bathroom things. After that, I will be making my workout shake, because I don't actually eat anything in the morning first thing. I make my workout shake after I take my supplements, and then I drive over to the gym to go train.
Wow.
That workout shake I will consume during the gym, a little bit after, and then my first actual human food meal is going to be after the gym. So
I'm guessing he's not going to consume any human food whatsoever, but we'll see, man.
Yep, I train sort of fasted, even though I do start sipping my shake right when the workout begins. Next up, we will make a workout shake together, and I will take it and go train.
Fucking hell, what the fuck is this? Well, let's talk while this is going on, while the, you know, people in power are giving us stupid shit that we don't care about. Yeah, I thought maybe he was gonna make a shake with milk and maybe some bananas or something, but it was a shake with completely artificial coloring. Nothing about that was real. If it was at least a shake with like raw milk, some banana, maybe a strawberry, then that would have been fine. A little bit of honey, maybe some raw butter. Great shake. But there was nothing natural or good about that in any way.
This isn't always the protein I use. Sometimes I use it pretty good.
Holy GOYSLOP, brother. Wow.
I'd recommend, in most cases, using a fruit-based protein or a vanilla protein if you're going to make a shake out of it. Something that doesn't have a lot of oomph to it. But I am a savage, so today I'll be using this. Whey protein, Gatorade,
Grown man
my
calling
element
himself
salt for
savage, bro, come
hydration,
on.
and make it all in
Oh
this
my
one
God.
giant container and really fill it up pretty damn close to the brim. So this is multiple liters of water,
Tap water too.
45
Wow.
grams of protein, 30 grams
He probably
of
has a
carbs
filtering
from
system,
the
but
Gatorade,
still.
pretty close to 0 fats, and a whole element packet. What that does for me is it gives me a drink that mutes muscle wasting, mutes catabolism because of the protein and carb presence during the workout.
Great.
As you guys know, workouts are a little bit catabolic during the time that they happen. The anabolism or muscle growth scoots up afterwards. This shake gives me energy because of the carbohydrates. It primes anabolism with the decent amount of protein that I have.
He's literally just like saying some fucking words that nobody who's listening will probably understand anyways. Like, bro, if you just need carbohydrates, then eat some fruit and some honey. You don't need all of this shit. Like, what? Maybe if you're on steroids, you need that, but I don't know. It hardly can help.
Put into my gut during the time
Poisoning
that I drink
yourself with
it also
unnatural
provides me
shit.
with fantastic hydration.
Oh,
In fact, put so
fantastic,
much
yeah.
fluid into the shake and have such a good, well-calculated dose of
Yeah, it must be super hydrating when you have to fucking drink a whole gallon of it to be hydrated. Nice.
electrolytes that I usually finish about half or 2/3 during the workout. As soon as that's done, take the last swig on my ride home, come back, and then have my first actual post-workout meal. So this is a really good shake combo I like to use, and I think it works decently well. I've done a ton of stuff over the years with shakes, a little too concentrated, a little too watery, XYZ ingredients missing, XYZ too many ingredients. I've been on this for a while, and I really, really like it. Of course, with the RP Diet Coach app, it's just a swipe away from checking it in. I'm on to the next.
Cool stuff. Great. Let's skip that gym part because nobody gives a fuck. Okay, let's go.
Meal.
Microwaving his food to destroy every single nutrient that could have been left. Not that there's much anyways, because it's low-fat fucking meat, i.e. no fat-soluble vitamins, nutrients, and more slop.
I
Wow.
am maintaining / slow gaining after
Bread, more seed slime, bullshit. Wow.
getting down to about 6% body fat in this diet. And so I'm eating more or less almost the same thing I did on the diet, except buffered in with extra carbs. MegaFit meal, I have chicken breast, veggies, and rice. Cup of water, I'll usually refill that.
He's probably gonna say, "Oh yeah, this is very nutritionally dense. It got protein, it got my vitamins, and it got my carbs." But what? The rice is just fiber and arsenic, mostly indigestible, complete garbage. If at all you want to eat some carbohydrate or some starch, at least do go ahead and eat some potatoes or some shit, because they're not as bad. Then you got some green vegetables, which don't have any nutrients anyways. Firstly, because they're cooked, which could even be better because then they don't have anti-nutrients. They're not bioavailable whatsoever. And then you have chicken breast without any fat that is cooked anyway, so there's no nutrients left, basically, or a lot less, and no fat anyway. So yeah, and then more bread. Bro, I don't know. He's probably quite rich. I would say he makes probably 100K a month. Why the fuck would you eat like a peasant? I really don't understand it. Like, we live in a life currently where even people that don't have too much money can have more food, or better, more a variety of food than kings could have had 500 years ago. Yet you still have people that are insanely rich, nothing compared to, Jewish bankers and so on, but relatively rich for the average goy, and they still consume what peasants a couple of hundred years ago would have eaten. It's crazy to me, but whatever.
A bunch or have it by bread, bringing
What is going on here? Fucking hell.
overall macros on this meal to 70 grams of protein, 10 grams of fat, and 100.
How about we stop thinking in macronutrients and we start thinking in micronutrients, because then you would probably understand that you're not getting any, as well as, just going with our natural senses, understanding that this is not human food.
50 grams of carbohydrate, big post-workout meal for them big gains. And it tastes like anything, better than anything I would make. So it's good enough for me. MegaFit, no affiliation with RP, but check them out. I've been using them for months. They are amazing.
Cool.
All right, guys, done with eating. It's like noonish or so. Trained, ate. Now it's time for me to do work. I usually do some kind of intellectual sit-down computer work.
Really
Most of my work looks like that.
We don't really give a shit. Come on, man. This is taking way too fucking long.
A nice solid swig of decaf coffee, because it's too late to be taking caffeine anyway.
Why would you drink a coffee? Like, why would you drink a coffee, period? But why would you drink a coffee without caffeine? Like, you're not, like, caffeine is just a stimulant that is basically spiking your cortisol, which is stupid in the first place. But how are you this much of a fucking slave that you need the taste of a toxic bean without even getting any? Oh my god, it's crazy. Whatever. You can't save this man. I think this man is too far gone to be saved.
And I also typically just don't take in caffeine, but decaf coffee tastes amazing and actually has health benefits.
Oh.
I'm having decaf coffee with le chocolat, as the French say, which for me means pure protein.
Wow. Naturally flavored with other natural flavors. Wow. Again, I can say it again. Holy GOYSLOP. I mean, what is this guy eating? This is just insane. There has not been a single fresh meal in this man's diet so far. Not a single raw food, of course, because I don't know. Wow. I mean, the protein bioavailability of this will probably be 50% at most. So you most certainly not get 21 grams of protein per bar, probably 10. Not to speak of the, of course, anti-nutrients that will be in this because of all the whatever the fuck is in there, some seeds probably. So yeah, realistically, it's probably not even going to be 10 grams of protein per bar. Not that protein matters that much anyways. Fat is way more important, and if you're on a animal-based carnivore, raw carnivore, primal diet, then you will most certainly always get enough protein. But man, this is like people, he has like, I think 4 million subscribers. People are watching this, and he's teaching like little kids that this is like what you need to eat in order to get protein. And I think that's really fucked up. Because I remember when I was in my gym days, which was stupid, of course, I thought that this was the best protein, whatever. This is the shit that you gotta eat for protein and so on. And it's just sad that, this is kind of, that we have these kind of quote-unquote role models. Not that he is one, of course, but, people will still be influenced by this.
Chocolate-flavored protein bars, precisely 4 of them for 80 grams of protein.
Yeah, most certainly.
20 grams of fat, 60 grams of carbs, but I'm adding bread to that equation.
Wow.
I'm currently bulking a little bit. So that adds 5 grams to the fat
That is
ring, and it's 25
insane.
fats, and adds 90 grams of carbohydrate from the bread. So the critical part of this meal, as you can
Is this positive now? Is, you consuming a lot of carbohydrates positive now? Like, have you ever heard about something called advanced glycation end products? Literally shit that 90% of advanced glycation end products will stay in your body, especially if you're unhealthy. This shit will literally stick together cells so that they don't work anymore, so that your cells are dying, so that your body is constantly stressing. Yeah, it's whatever, man. Fuck it.
see, is like
I'm of course helping you guys to understand this shit. He's way too far gone and he won't see this video anyways. But yeah, just be careful about how many carbs you're eating. Also with fruit, especially with fruit, because fruit, 1 gram of fructose is as bad as 10 grams of glucose. So be very careful with the fruit you're eating. Ideally, eat it very unripe so that you have maximum amounts of enzymes and minimal amounts of fructose.
a savage. I make
Total
my
savage. Wow.
coffee. I know decaf's not coffee, by taking the hot water setting out of the faucet.
Wow, the hot water in the plastic container. That's really smart.
Just zapping in water. I get so much crap for this practice. Fresh. For all the coffee people, I just don't understand why. It's hot water. Sure, it's not actually hot, and it's really kind of lukewarm, and I have low expectations for myself and everything around me. But why does that matter?
Him saying that with the low expectation and so on, having low expectation for himself is just a Freudian slip. Like, this guy is making like fun, right? He's like making fun, like being all miserable, but you can tell that he's actually all miserable. And how could he not be, given that he is like probably one of the most unhealthy people on earth, when you consider that he is severely obese, he's constantly taking drugs, and he's consuming absolute complete garbage. I don't think he has kids. He has a wife that is not of his own race. I have my opinions on that. So how could you ever be happy? I don't understand. Like, this is, in my opinion, would be the most unfulfilling life ever. And I think that this was just him being serious for once and not playing a role, not playing his persona mask,
Coffee's coffee. Am I right, people? So make an amazing midday snack. Plenty. Oh, decaf.
I feel bad for this guy. I'm not
decaf,
kidding.
so it really doesn't matter. To taste, the only reason, by the way, guys, nutritionally I do this is liquids, and it tastes great. That's it. There's no magic. Splenda. Pure protein. Love them. These bars are amazing. And that's going to be my snack. So I'm going to chow this down super fast and get back to work. Spent another few hours working. Work is done for a little while. Cardio time. I typically do lots of steps during my workout. Between sets, I walk around the gym and do steps. I do steps when I'm chopping, into and out of the car, the whole thing. And so I typically have about 4.
Stepping into and out of the car. If this is cardio for you, brother, then yeah, I mean, we can tell, like, you're just obese. Well, come on.
4,000 steps a day out of my 10,000 daily step goal that I need to crank out one way or the other. A lot of time.
Here's the thing. What the fuck do you need to make 10,000 steps for? There's this saying that, 10,000 steps is the stuff that you need. Like, but why? But why? It's just a man-made belief. 10,000 steps is just a man-made number. Why would 9,999 steps be worse? Right? It's just a stupid idea, and whatever, man. I mean, all animals in nature usually move as little as possible if they can. So why would you just have an imaginary goal of just moving as much as you can, or moving that much? Kind of doesn't make any sense.
Sometimes I walk around actually in the hallways, in front of the building. A lot of times I walk outside, though right now
it's literally like a hamster in the cage,
functionally.
walking for no reason,
I go on the
moving for no
treadmill,
reason, just
kick it into about 3 miles an hour on steps, and kick out the 4,000 steps. I'll listen to my headphones sometimes. I'll scroll on the phone, do whatever, get the cardio done, and then after that, I
Yeah,
come
because
back.
it's boring,
and
because
it's
you
gonna
don't want to
be
do it.
my second to
So
last
why would you do
meal
it?
of the evening.
It's completely goes against your instincts. Completely stupid. Oh yeah. Acting all happy. Yeah, come on.
Stell dir vor,
Fuck this shit, man. Holy shit, cortisol spike. Alright.
Right, folks, it is getting to be close to about 7 p.m., which means it is time for me to eat my second to last meal of the day.
Okay.
This meal is going to be another MegaFit meal.
Let's see.
This time
Oh my
with
god.
some
What? Oh my god. I thought for a second that this was ground beef, but I don't think it is. I think this is some pea fucking GOYSLOP. Oh no.
ground meat, some
Oh, it is. It is.
veggies, in my extra special edition of fat-free cheese.
How the fuck do you even make fat-free cheese when cheese is literally like 60% fat? What? Or like, maybe not 60%, but I think like almost 50% fat, right? How do you do that, man? Bro. Oh, what the fuck, bro?
That's right, it makes everything better. Add in some whole grain bread, and we get a meal that is
Add in
hitting the
some
macros
more GOYSLOP.
flawlessly. 75 grams of protein, 20 grams of
Yeah, most certainly not. You just cooked all of that shit. Like, the amino acids are very unstable at high temperatures. So they will be destroyed, so you don't get 71 grams of protein. What?
fat and about 100 grams of carbohydrate for this meal. Is definitely going to be my last higher calorie meal of the day, as the last meal is really just a high protein, low carb, low fat snack. All right, I'm gonna make this meal, sit down, eat it, and think about where I screwed up in my life to be like this. Hope
Did you see what I'm saying? Like, he's just acting like it's all a joke and it's all haha. How did I mess up in life to end up being the way I am? But he's serious. Like, this is not a joke. This is actually, I would say, a cry for help. Like, it's really sad. I'm not kidding. In my last video, I talked about the same thing with Paul Saladino, that I believe that he's actually quite miserable. But he is 10 times worse, because Paul Saladino at least is relatively healthy. I don't agree with all the stuff that Paul Saladino is doing, of course. All the working out and the cooked stuff and so on. But he didn't go and go out in the sun once. You know, Paul Saladino at least has a nice tan. Wow, I mean, this is just so sad.
eating containerized meals. No, wait. I love this lifestyle. Right? All right, guys. I'm going to be finishing
It's
this
really
meal.
sad. It's really
Off to do a
sad.
little bit
Wow.
more work in the office, take some calls, walk around a bit, finish my steps. And then I will see you guys for my evening
You could even see that little sigh, like that little. You see it. See it.
walk
Look
around a bit,
push.
finish my steps.
Finish my steps. It's literally like whenever you don't like to do something, you're like, you're breathing, right? It's the same here. It's just so sad. You can really tell that he fucking hates his life, and I can
Then
only
I will see you
understand that.
guys for my evening wind down routine and my last meal of the day.
Let's see.
Last meal of the day for me begins when my chill time begins. Usually I take about an hour in the evening on most days to watch, honestly, my favorite reruns of Justice League and Batman on Amazon Prime, and my favorite YouTube
Justice League and Batman. Can you see why, especially with Batman, he likes this kind of body, or he wants this kind of body? He's probably been watching Batman, or has been a Marvel. Is it DC? I think DC. He's probably been a superhero fan all his life. So that's why he looks that way. And of course, to cope with his short height, obviously.
stuff, which usually
But it all makes sense, you know, you only have to listen. People nowadays, they don't listen anymore. But once you listen, you can almost understand anybody.
includes military technology and AI strategy and other things that people don't want to watch with me, and so I have no friends. But I do have a new friend
Freudian
who doesn't
slip.
know that I'm friends with them. It is the Twin Peaks Ingredients company that makes this unbelievable product. Protein puffs that are nacho cheese flavor. And you guys, they taste good. But wait, every serving, which is plenty of puffs, gives you 4 grams of fat, okay, 2 grams of carbs, whoa, not bad, 21 grams of protein.
Sure, buddy, sure.
We have at RP or through my own private channels, zero, absolutely zero affiliation, take zero money from Twin Peaks. You guys, that's most of the food I eat. It's just shit I buy because it's fucking great. I need.
Jesus fucking Christ. Anything that looks toxic, like, it just looks toxic. Even the print, everything about this looks toxic and disgusting. It probably is if it looks that way. Just saying.
3 servings to get me roughly 65 grams of protein. So I take these protein puffs, and you'll never guess how I eat them. Come over to the couch where I will watch television and explain to you exactly how strange my life really is. So here's how messed up I am. I have a spoon in here, and I eat these like a cereal, except there's no milk in there because they're cheesy puffs. So that might not be that bad. Never tried it.
What the fuck? Again, I don't understand it. How are you one of the, I guess I would say, top 0.1% people on Earth in the United States, whatever, but you still eat like a peasant? Worse, actually, I don't think if you were to give this to a peasant a couple 100 years ago, I don't think they would eat this. I think they would call you crazy and be insulted if you gave them shit like this.
How are they so cheesy? I'm not smart enough or educated enough to figure that out. But what I do know is I can track all of this with the RP Diet Coach app, watch my favorite TV shows.
You're making more fucking...
Kind of, my body gets in shape for me.
Let's see.
Let's do a quick day in review. 5 total meals in my RP Diet Coach app.
Yeah, I don't know why you need to eat that much. I eat probably 2 to 3 times a day. I eat once in the morning, couple of eggs. Then I eat usually a big meal, and then some eggs in the evening. And then I drink milk or some kefir all throughout the day, basically. But that's, of course, not a meal. That's just my hydration. You really don't need to eat that much unless you want to gain weight. Then eat more, I guess, and eat more frequently. But, man, like, he wants to be at 6% body fat. I don't know why you need to eat that much. Probably he probably eats all the time because he's always hungry, because he's always malnourished, of course.
All logged in for a sum total today, and on most days at his current phase, 3,685 total calories, 335 grams of protein.
Yeah, sure, buddy. The bioavailability of the protein that he got is not that. It's half if he's lucky. 160 probably. So 160, I would say it is. Absolutely low fats. I mean, 65 fat is crazy. You ideally want to get 200 grams of fat, I would say, at least, especially if you're larger. But at least 100 grams of fat, at least, because in today's world, you will get sick otherwise because of all the toxins in the environment. And you definitely want to stay below 100 grams of carbs every day because of glycation, of course. And he has 440 grams of carbohydrates. That is insane. That is just... Luckily, it wasn't all from fruit like Paul Saladino. So I believe this is probably even better for aging, not eating fruits, as many fruits. But still, man, this is so many carbohydrates, man. The human digestive tract and gut is not meant for carbohydrates whatsoever. Wow. And if anything, only carbohydrates in combination with enzymes for example, that you could get from unripe fruits, or that you could get from raw milk, or that you could get from raw honey, but not from fucking bread or shit like that. Wow.
65 grams of fat and 440 grams
Crazy.
of carbohydrates. The calories get me right into a very slow gain mode. My maintenance is around 3,500, so at just over
It's just man-made
3,600,
numbers again.
I'm getting very, very slow gains, fatigue reduction, because I'm planning on doing another major cutting phase. Oh, gee whiz, as of the filming of this video here in about 8 weeks. Very slow massing, nothing crazy, no 4,000 or 5,000 calorie days for the most part. For protein, I'm eating about 1.5 grams per pound of body weight because I'm absolutely on special sport supplements and experimenting with this much higher amount of protein idea I got from Menno Henselman's, my very good friend, an amazing person to check out on YouTube and social media.
Yeah, good thing that you're not
And
getting much protein,
that
but whatever.
amount of protein is unlikely to help most people, but if you're enhanced, right now I'm gaining lots of muscle, could be a really good idea. For the fats, 65 grams of fat is at the low end, but remember, I don't need a ton of fat.
Here's the thing, I don't even understand like who this helps. Like, why? You know, I mean, I've been, again, like I said, in my bodybuilding whatever phase as well, but it's just all cope. Like, it really is all cope, because like you can be very big muscle wise and you will still be invisible compared to somebody who's just taller than you, or who has wider clavicles, wider shoulder bones than you. Like, they will absolutely, you know, I don't like these words, but morgue you to oblivion, simply because they have a larger frame. So this doesn't help anyone. This is not, like, I don't know, it's just so sad. And it looks disgusting. You have to be a really, you know, unnatural woman, you know, being in the gym as well to like this. This doesn't appeal to a wide audience of women, which means that, you know, it's not very natural, because otherwise all women would find this attractive, of course.
That's for hormonal production, because my hormonal production probably occurs in a laboratory somewhere where they make exogenous testosterone for injection.
Right.
And enough fat to satiate me and keep everything running, but not so much. And then 440 grams of carbs is a decent hit to the face of carbohydrates, keeps my glycogen levels full and refilled, keeps my insulin-mediated anti-catabolism and myelinabolism really good, gives me
Again,
tons
just
of
saying
training
buzzwords.
energy. All around, I'm loving this diet. Keep track of it all on my RP Diet Coach app. And
it's so sad. Honestly, that's the only way I can summarize this video. It's so sad. I don't, like, man. How, like, the way he said it in, you know, whatever part that was, where he was like, how did I get to this point? I really felt that, because, you know, I had that moment, I do believe, when I was working out as well. I was working out and I was lifting all these weights, and I always felt tired after lifting the weights, and I really pushed hard, and I really, like, ate, you know, I ate a lot, also sometimes 4,000 or 5,000 calories, because I was, you know, a similar size that he was, not, you know, muscle wise, but, you know, just size wise in general, probably 10 pounds less. But man, I felt the same way. I was like, how did we get here? Why am I lifting this weight? Like, this is just, why am I in my I was lifting in my basement at the time. Why am I in my basement while it's sunny outside? And why am I lifting a bar that is made by some man with some weights that are made by some dude? And why am I eating all this food to gain muscle, even though nobody actually cares, you know? And at that point, I came across the videos of Godis / Sverich, whatever, Sverige, whatever you want to, you know, however you want to call them. And it really hit me that I'm just completely going against nature and going against my own senses. And from that point on, I just stopped, and I never felt better. Not only never felt better about myself and my body, but just in general, more happiness, way more energy, and so on. So yeah, if you're currently working out and you really like doing it, then I would say go ahead and do it. But if you feel like you're pushing yourself and you don't actually want to do it, and you just do it because you want to appeal to somebody other than yourself, of course, then I would say fuck it and don't do it, because it's just simply not worth it. Just aging yourself, brother. Yeah, that's pretty much all you can say about this.